Hello, let's learn about surds today. So, what are surds actually? Surd is a real number, real irrational number. Irrational number means like which is not a perfect square, right? And this number is written using the radical sign. Like I can say square root of 2 or square root of 3 or square root of 5. These are my surds. But if I write say square root of 25, so this is not a surd because I know this is equal to 5. Okay, so under this square root sign or under this radical sign, this sign, there should be some irrational number. Fine, then only it is called a surd. Now there are some basic rules to solve the surds, and the first one is I have written square root of a times square root of a would give me a. What does it mean? The square root of 5 times square root of 5 would give me 5, right? And square root of a times the square root of b can be written as the square root of a times b. Like if I have square root of 2 times the square root of 3, I can write it as a square root of 2 times 3 or square root of 6. Okay, then square root of a over square root of b can be written as square root of a over b. Let us take few square root of 9 over square root of 3 if I say, so then it would be written as square root of 9 over 3, and which would be square root of 3 because 9 over 3 is 3. Got it? So these are the basic rules for solving the surds. Now let us do few questions based on it so that we understand it in more practical way. So here is the question: simplify 3 square root 3 times 10 square root 14 divided by 6 square root of 6. So let us write here, this is 3 square root of 3, so we do not have any factor of 3, right? So we will write it as it is. Then 10 times square root of 14. So now 14 can be split up. Yeah, I can write 14 as like square root of 2 times 7. Okay, then times 6 root 6. So sorry, divided by 6 square root of 6. So I can write it in now multiplied form, and then I can flip it and write 6, and square root of 6 can be written as 2 times of 3. Yes, this can be written as square root of 2 times of 3. So now what we can do, we can now simply do the cancellations as we do usually. I can like cancel this 3 times 3 ones are 3 and 3 twos are 6. Okay, this is done. Then I can do what? I can now cancel this 2 and 10. So 2 ones and 2 fives are 10. Clear? So let us leave it till here only, and then we will do further thing. Let us write. So I am left with now square root of 3 times 5. Now square root of 2 times the square root of 7. I will write it now separately. Square root of 2 times the square root of 7 times 1. Okay, over in denominator it is a square root of 2 into 3, so I can now again separate it, square root of 2 into square root of 3. So see, now again we have got a very simple form, square root of 2 square root of 2 gone, and square root of 3 and square root of 3 also cancelled. So what we are left with now, our answer would be 5 square root of 7. So this is the simplified form of the question. Hope you understood. Let us do one more. This is square root of 90 over square root of 162 times square root of 45. Fine. So see, whenever we write the factors now, then keep in mind that which squared number when multiplied by some other number would give me the number which is under radical sign. What I mean is like 90. Okay, I can say 90 is like 15 sixes are 90. Correct? 15 times 6 is 90. Then I can also say that 9 times 10 is also 90. So now which one I should choose? See, this one I will choose because 9 is a perfect square. So if I write it like square root of 9, so that would be 3 here, and that would be taken out of radical sign. Correct? So that thing we have to keep in mind. Same way, square root of 162. So 162 I can write as like 2 times of 40, 2 times of what? 81. 81 is a perfect square, right? Fine. Then 45 can be written as 5 times of 9. So 9 is a perfect square. So keeping all these things in mind, we will simplify our question. So square root of 90 I will write as square root of 9 times 10, and then below I will write a square root of 162 as 2 times 81 times square root of 45 I will write as 5 times of 9. Now what I will do, I will simply write in this way: square root of 9, square root of 10 can be a further split, no? We can do it like 2 times 5, yeah, okay. And then this is a square root of 2, and 81 square root is what? It is 9, so that can be taken out. Then 5 square root of 5 and square root of 9 is what? 3. That can be taken out. Clear? So now what we can do here is this: square root of 9 is 3. I can write now separately square root of 2 times the square root of 5, and this is square root of 2 times 9 square root of 5 times 3. And now comes the cancellation part. So 3, 3, root 5, root 5, root 2, root 2. Everything gone, and we are left with just 1 over 9 as our answer. Got it? Let's move to next one. Okay, now this type of question, they are asking you find the value of k. Fine. So first thing is, under radical sign I can see it is a mixed fraction, so I will convert this into proper fraction. So 9 2s are 18, 18 plus 2 20, 20 over 9 is equal to k times of square root of 5 over 3. Now split 20, because 20 can be written as 4 times of 5. So I will write square root of 4 times of 5 over 9 equals k square root of 5 over 3. Now see, square root of 4 is what? 2. And square root of 5 as it is. And square root of 9 is what? 3. And this is k root of 5 over 3. So if you compare, so our k value is what? We can simply compare. Our k value is 2. So this way we can compare and get the value of k. Where you have to like simplify this addition subtraction thing, you have to do with the surds. So how to do? Just one thing we have to do is write the surds, like the numbers under radical sign, in simplified form. Okay, write them in surd form. So this is square root of 12. I can split it and write 4 times of 3. Okay, plus 3 times square root of 48. So 16 times 3 is 48, minus 75. So it is 25 times 3 is 75. Clear? Then square root of 4. So 2 can be taken out of the surd, and this is 3. 2 square root of 3 plus. Now 3 times square root of 16 is 4, and under radical sign is 3, minus square root of 25 is 5, and under radical sign is 3. Clear? So now you see this is all, it's 2 square root of 3 plus 4 3 is 12 square root of 3 minus 5 square root of 3. So now it is very simple. Like how many square root of 3's we are having? We are having 2 plus 12 minus 5 square root of 3. Okay, so I can say this is 2 plus 12 minus 5 square root of 3, and that is what? 12 plus 2 is 14, and 14 minus 5 is 9. So this is 9 square root of 3. This would be our final answer. Clear? Very simple. Just consider square root of 3 as any variable. Okay, or you can say that 2 chocolates plus 12 chocolates minus 5 chocolates. So how many chocolates I'm left with? I'm left with 9 chocolates. So chocolates is square root of 3. Clear? Okay, now again find the value of k, where k is under radical sign. Fine, no problem. Let us write square root of k plus, or we can take this thing square root of 24 to the right hand side, and I will write here 12 square root of 6 minus square root of 24. Okay, and then this is square root of k, and yes, as usual we will split it. I will write this as a square root of 6 and split this. So 4 times 6 is 24. So I can say square root of k is 12 square root of 6 minus square root of 4 is 2 square root of 6. So yeah, square root of k is 12 minus 2, which is 10 square root of 6. Now what we will do? Squaring both the sides, I will be getting k equals 10 square root of 6 square. It means 10 square and square root of 6 square, or 10 square is 100, and square root of 6 square means square root of 6 times the square root of 6, which is 6. So this is times 6, so which is 100. So our k value is 600. Okay, let's do the next question. They are asking to square this particular numbers under radical sign. Okay, so we have to simply use a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square thing. Okay, this identity we have to use, or you can say that we have to do square root of 12 plus a square root of 3 multiplied by square root of 12 plus a square root of 3. Anyways you can do. So if I do it this way, I will expand the brackets. So square root of 12 multiplied by square root of 12 plus a square root of 3 plus square root of 3 multiplied by square root of 12 plus a square root of 3. And then this is square root of 12 times square root of 12. Okay, again opening, plus square root of 12 times square root of 3, then plus square root of 3 times square root of 12 plus square root of 3 times square root of 3. So these are my 4 terms. So square root of 12 times the square root of 12 is 12, plus now we are having these things 2 times. So can I say this is what? 2 times of square root of 12 times the square root of 3. Yes, and plus square root of 3 into square root of 3 is 3. Fine. Now 12, this 12 plus 3 is 15. Now this is 15 plus 2. Square root of 12 can be written as what? 4 times 3 and times 3. So see here, this is 15 plus 2 times square root of 4 can be taken out here, and then we are left with square root of 3 into square root of 3. So now this is 15 plus 2 2's are 4, and square root of 3 is 3. So this is what? 15 plus 4 3's are 12. So our answer is 27. Got it? So this way we can solve these all various types of Surds problems. In next video, I will be explaining you how to rationalize the Surds, okay, and how to use rationalization in simplifying the Surds. All the best. Keep practicing.